What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Retro Hoop Collectibles. This is our weekly PSA update on their progress and on their output. Before we get into that, I do want to address a little bit the. I do owe you guys an explanation. So I did mention last week that on the 5th we would be releasing the video, or I would be releasing the video on the grades and on the gem mint rates. And I was unable to do that. A large part of that is because I did not realize how underdeveloped the raw data was. So I've been pulling raw data from their pop reports going on the better part of like 2 months now. Actually, yeah, about 2 months now. And it's just that. It's just raw data. So those of you who work in big data or in data analytics, you know, raw data has to be put together and has to be, displayed. I have to put together charts. I got to put together trend lines. Otherwise, we're just going to sit here and look at just a bunch of charts or look at a bunch of numbers for 25, 30 minutes and me try to explain it and make sense of it, of all of it. But so I'm still working on that. Like I said, I didn't realize how underdeveloped that data was. But rest assured, that video is coming. I do have Office 365 now. That was another big hurdle. That the majority of this data I've just been pulling it and putting it in the free what's it called, Open Office. And if those of you have ever worked on Office 365 and then went to Open Office, it's like going from like a Ferrari to a Corolla. Nothing wrong with the Corolla. I love Corollas. Just not a Ferrari. But so I now have Office 365. Thanks to Collect 3D Prints, who hooked me up with Office 365, so that I can go in there and really start doing some data analysis. I honestly thought that I was going to be able to do it in the same way that I do these updates on PSA, which is basically download the data and just make a comparison, and then we talk about it. That's not the case. This is a much more in-depth data pool. There's a lot more variables in there, and there's a lot of things that need to be trended and discussed, and it's going to take a little bit more time than I thought. Anyway, so I do apologize for that. I want to make sure that I say something about that. I didn't want to just kind of leave you guys out in the open. So yeah, so that's what's going on with that. We'll get to that. Back to that in a second. If you have not already watched the original video where we initially did this, where I go through the data and I go through some of the assumptions that were made in order to make the data, in order to make these charts, go ahead and check that out. I'll link that in the description as well. And also, if you have not already, followed me on Instagram, go ahead and do so. At Retro Hoop Breaks. I'll link that below at the bottom as well, in the description. And also, if you have not followed, Big Chungus in the house. That is a very, very nice Big Chungus. If you have not already, follow Collect 3D Prints. Check them out. Check out their website, collect3dprints.com. He sells slabs, cases for your slabs that have a little kickstand so that you can display them. As I don't know if you guys can see, I have several of them displayed back there. Right, there we go. All that stuff back there. So check them out, collect3dprints.com. Many of you have been checking them out, have been buying. Greatly appreciated. Again, I don't. This is my brother's company. I do not get any kickbacks for this. It's just a great product that I own a ton of, and I think it's an amazing product. Just to get your slabs out of those boxes and get them onto the onto your shelves and displayed so that you can display them proudly. So anyway, all right, let's get into it. So one of the big things this week is the complete through dates. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that PSA is watching my videos or listening to me. That'll be awfully hubristic of me. But what I will say is they did announce that they were going to start not only releasing complete through dates, but also releasing complete through dates with completion percentages. So we'll see how that goes. I haven't seen that yet. I just pulled this obviously the other day. But one of the things that's interesting is walkthroughs are just a couple of days. Super Express. I don't know what it means, what complete means. So it says Express is complete and economy is complete. I'm not sure what that means. Because the complete through date is supposed to be the oldest order that they have on the books that is still open, that has not been. So every order up until that point, they have completed. Right? That's what the complete through date is supposed to be. But for Express, it says complete, and for economy, it says complete. So I don't know how that works. I'm at a complete. I thought they were getting their shit together with these complete through dates, and then this happens. So I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't know why they're saying their economies are complete. Does that mean that they don't have any late economy orders? I certainly don't think that's the case, because I know there's several of you out there who still have a ton of economy orders out there. Does this mean that all of the economy orders are currently in the works? Like they have all of them and they're working on every single economy order that they have on the books? Again, I don't think so. I don't think so. So I don't know. I don't know what this means anymore. I really don't. In relation to to last week's, not much change. Other than it went from April 6th to now complete. September 30th, 2020 to now complete. Now, I know that they said that they were complete with logging in orders, and I certainly hope that that's not what this was meant to be all along, which was we've logged in every order up until this point. Or the oldest order that we've logged in is this. Like in this case, walk through June 20th. I don't know, guys. I really don't know. I don't know what this means. This is so stupid. Like, I don't know. I'm sure there's some press reading or something out there that can try to explain some of this, but I really don't know. Anyway, another relatively big week this week, 173,000 cards that they did. Strong week. They are at a point now to where I think this is going to be their operating kind of output of, the 35,000 a day, 175,000 a week. I mean, if you look at the last last 4 weeks, they've been at 176,000 a week, about 35,000 a day. Which, if you think about it, put that in perspective, 175,000 a week, roughly about 35,000 a day. PSA is putting out the volume in one day that SGC is putting out in a week. If I'm not mistaken, I think SGC said 40,000 a week is what they're trying to do in that video. If I'm not mistaken, was it 40 or was it 4? Because if it's 4,000, that's even more impressive. I think it was 40,000. I think it was 4,000 a day or something like that. But I mean, whatever it is, it's just it pales in comparison to the volume that PSA is doing, which is crazy. Again, the biggest week is always 66,000 basketball cards. I don't see basketball getting dethroned as the big one ever. Followed shortly by, there's the next one is the gap between these two, 20,000 card gap, 25,000 card gap between basketball and baseball, which is the next biggest one. Basketball, the big one, and then you got football, and then TCG, the next biggest one. So, it's, it seems like they're really just kind of hitting their stride and getting to the point to where that's what it's looking like, right? the estimated catch-up dates are still, out in the future. With this one probably being the most likely scenario, January of next year before they're fully caught up. And then that's it. I mean, not really much else to talk about in this case. I did want to take a quick. I like kind of taking a look at the front page of PSA. See here, receiving backlog. Okay, when did they do? They did this July 1st. Okay. Our daily update complete through dates provide greater transparency, blah, 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 blah. CTD dates are not always the full story, as some orders take longer to process. Beginning next week, we will start publishing weekly updates that include the overall percentage of orders complete for the CTD month, like the one posted in the blog. Again, not saying that they're watching my videos. I think they're watching my videos. No, I think they're watching my videos. It's a deeper view of the progress made, and you'll get a sense of how far along we are in flipping the calendar to the next month for that service level. In most cases, overall order processing is fuller along than the CTD indicates. Okay, so let's do this then. I want to go here, Customer Communication Center, and where do they have that? I don't see that anywhere. First in, first out. Are they publishing that somewhere that I'm not seeing? Because the only thing I'm seeing is complete through dates. That's it. See, it's still complete. Why does this say complete? Complete through dates. What are complete through dates? Complete through date present factual data on the order completion process. A service level's complete through date is the day before the date of the oldest open order in the PSA system for that particular service level. So the day before the oldest open order. Okay, the day before the oldest open order. So the oldest open order that they have right now for regular is March 9th. So their complete through date is March 8th, which means they are complete on all orders up until March 8th. So does that mean that they are complete on all express orders? So if you send in an express order right now, your order is the next in line. Is that what they're saying? If you're sending in an economy order, that means that your order is the next in line. Now, obviously, they don't have economy open. I think they just opened express, right? They just opened express, right? Services. Yes. So they just opened express. Okay. All right. So that means that if you send in an order, so they just opened express. So that means they're all caught up on express, which is probably why they opened express at $200 a card, because they don't want to get flooded. Regular is going to be the next one. March 8th. But see, here's what doesn't make sense to me. Just a week ago, Express was April 6, 2021. Okay, so that makes sense. It was 3 months ago. And Economy was September 30th, 2020. So you mean to tell me that in 1 week's time, that must have been the shutdown then? Because they shut down Economy. When did they shut down Economy? They shut down Economy before they shut down everything else. I remember that. And probably Regular too. They shut down. Okay, so this is starting to make a little bit more sense. So, yeah, that's what they're saying. They're saying that if you send in an express order right now at $200 a card, you're going to get your next in line for express. So, I mean, I guess that makes some kind of sense. But, I mean, you know, they're blowing and going 35,000 cards a day. And I think that's kind of where they're going to stay. I'm not going to make any more predictions just because I think that's kind of where they're going to be. 175,000, somewhere around there, plus or minus a couple thousand. But I think that's where they're going to be. I think they've settled in nicely to that groove of about 175,000. So I mean, is that good news for you? You guys are what do you guys think? Are y'all subbing? Are y'all subbing at $200 a card? Who out there is subbing at $200 a card? And I'm curious, what are you sending? What are you sending at $200 a card that you didn't send in at $300 a card? Where that $100 was just that much more, enticing. That $100 discount was that much more enticing. And according to the complete through dates, if you sub at $200 a card, your order should be next in line. Now, how long it's taking? I don't know. It doesn't say. We don't have an estimated turnaround date. We don't have a service day level anymore. So how long? How long is the turnaround time going to be? I don't know. But you'll be next in line. That's for sure, for that particular service level. So, that's gonna do it. I'm gonna keep doing these. I'm gonna try to make them shorter and shorter as we get through these, because I think several of you that show up to watch these every day at Wednesday 6 p.m. Kind of already know the routine. You're really just here for the numbers, which I'll continue to do them as long as you guys keep watching, and I'll keep pulling the data, and we'll keep plugging through. The gem rate video. Let me see. What do I have scheduled? I think I already have something scheduled for Friday. And I have something scheduled for next Monday, too. I'm trying to put out content for you guys. I'm trying to send you guys some videos to watch, man. I love doing this stuff. So, yes, I think we already have something on the schedule for Friday. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bump Friday's video to Monday. And then we're going to do the gem rate video on Friday, which is originally probably where I should have put it. I got a little too overzealous, and I didn't realize how much work was going to be in giving something that I can present to you guys that's going to be good to show. Could I have done the video? Sure. But it would have been us just staring at a spreadsheet, and I didn't want to do that because I think there's a lot of story to be told in the data. And I think visual representation of charts and trend lines and data sets is going to be important. Also, big thank you to Collect 3D Prints for hooking it up with the Office 365, because I think it's important that we look at snapshots in time of what the gem rates and the 9 rates and the 8 rates used to be. And we need to do that by year. So I was able to pull some archive data for 2016, 2017, and 2019. So we'll have some of that for comparisons. So that's it. That's going to do it. Thank you guys so much for showing up every week to these update videos. I know you guys enjoy them. I know several of you are really hinging on this data and on this information because you, like myself, have cards that have been held hostage by PSA. I think my Elijah ones are going on. We submitted in November of last year. So November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. So going on 8 months now with PSA. So we'll see. I mean, I don't know when I'm ever going to get them back, but who's to say? Anyway, I really appreciate you guys watching. Thank you guys so much for subscribing, sharing. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think about the data. Let me know if you have cards that are stuck with PSA. Are you submitting at the $200? If you are, what are you submitting at $200? And let me know in the comments. All the contact information is down below. Email, Instagram. Sign up. Join our Facebook group. Join the Reddit, subreddit, and all that stuff. I love you guys. Peace.